Facing a purge of generals, Pentagon points to the effects of Tuberville's long hold on promotions. While Pentagon officials are not willing to publicly weigh in on the emerging plans by Trump to purge the military's ranks, the Defense Department spokeswoman says that removing a slew of admirals and generals would have serious impacts on missions and readiness.
No, it won't.
No, it won't.
No, it won't.
It will not.
It will not. Yeah,
won't have any effect at all.
I mean, how many generals have you actually worked with in your career?
I worked for Denny Klein. He was the commander of 11th Group and in charge of civil affairs at 8th Army.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's it.
No, in my entire 33 years,
yeah,
I've probably dealt with about 30 generals. Not directly, but I was in the area while they were doing their general stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're arrogant, pompous, throat-cutting, backstabbing, dickheads. Of all of the generals, one was good, the other one was okay, the rest of them were completely unnecessary.
Tommy Franks was the commander of 2ID when I was there, when I got there in 97. The word on the street, the word among the troops was that he was actually a pretty decent guy.
Yep.
So that was 1997. People said he was a good general. The one that I had an actual incident with that, and this is a pretty short story, I'll tell it really fast. General Schwartz was the 4-star commander at 8th Army in Korea. We were in the middle of a huge COMEX, and we were running the white cell, which is the environment for the exercise. We controlled the virtual civilian population and the maps and the weather and all of that stuff. And the general came in to get our briefing from the white cell, and we had carefully positioned him in front of the maps in an exact spot. And as we're sitting there giving him the briefing, the floor panel goes, and a hand comes up and goes, boink, boink, and puts 2 spurs made from sticky notes on the heels of his boots. And the panel goes, and Bill Turner had hidden under the thing. We planned this out. We're like, the general's coming. We got 10 minutes. Let's do this. Bill got the spurs on him, and we give him the briefing, and he goes out. 3 minutes later, this major, one of his adjutants, comes flying through the door, screaming, "Who put spurs on the general?" And then right behind him is the general going, "Oh, shut up, Pat. It's fine. That's the funniest fucking thing I've seen in years. Nobody's fucked with me in forever. That was great." And he gave us all coins. I've got the, I don't have the coins.
Here, I love that story, man.
He gave us all coins. Sticky note spurs on the back of his boots. It was freaking fantastic.
Yeah. I remember giving a briefing at, what's it, JRTC. I'm trying to give the general briefing. He literally just turns his back to me. It's like, next. I'm like, I've just been dismissed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's normal. That's normal.
I don't know. I think it was an arrogance thing because he wanted to be briefed by actual officers. So, an E7 just didn't work out.
We regularly briefed what we called the Star Chamber, and all of our briefers were NCOs except for one warrant officer, a guy named White. So didn't have that problem. We're going down the hole, though.
Yeah, let's get on with this whole.
Let's get on with this whole thing. You remember the time we had a significant amount of holds on our general and flag officers? Singh said, referencing the roughly 10-month hold under Tuberville, who apparently was the SecDef at the time or something like that. Tuberville placed a hold on all general and flag officer nominees in February in an effort to pressure the Pentagon to reverse its policy of covering travel and leave for service members who seek abortions.
Oh, yeah, that's some bullshit right there.
Holding up promotions until the Army pays for abortions.
Yeah, people need to get fucking fired immediately over that shit.
I have other opinions that YouTube might not care for regarding a certain gender/sex and their place in the military. So I won't go into that in great detail, but I'm pretty sure you can figure out where I'm going.
Yes.
It is unnecessary and it causes nothing but problems. Anyway, everybody's pretty convinced that Trump's transition team is drawing up a list of military officers focused heavily on officers close to retirement who served and officers who were close to General Mark Milley. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Milley's a traitor, period. He admitted in front of Congress on a mic, on camera, that he called China and told them that he would warn them if President Trump planned to attack them.
Yeah, that is
that's
everyone
actual treason. 18 U.S. Code 2381. That is the definition of treason.
Everyone in Milley's staff should get nuked as well.
Yeah.
Listen, you got to get rid of them because they've been exposed to that toxic motherfucker.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely, they have to go. Sorry. Hopefully, you're close enough to retirement you can get your retirement.
If you're at 18,
I'll let you go.
If you're at 18 years, they could stick you behind a desk counting potatoes or something until you're done.
Yep. Yeah. Assign you to the motor pool or something.
Yeah, something stupid.
But Congress votes on every officer's promotion from 04. Up to captain, you're pretty much just a shoo-in.
Well, you're totally expendable, the captain.
And in the NCO ranks, it's up to staff sergeant. And then E7 and above also goes through Congress. A lot of people don't know that. Additionally, each service mandates various screenings and selection processes itself that only increases as a service member moves up the ranks. The higher you go up the ranks, the more people you have to blow or know. That's just a fact. Our community was small, so we had sort of a pseudo selection process where you would get peered in or peered out.
Here's another thing I noticed: like the really good officers that the men loved, always got driven out.
Yes,
it's like some kind of jealousy or something.
We had a really good captain that they let go all the way to 20, but he never got near major. He was competent. He liked the troops. He treated the troops well. He participated in shit. You know, like if we were out there washing vehicles, he'd come fucking wash vehicles.
Yeah.
And he didn't spend all day doing that. He had captain shit to do, but he made a point of showing up. And he never got promoted to major.
And those officers are just despised by the ring knockers.
Yes.
And the ring knockers run the show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Alongside of that, with General Milley and all of the other stuff, James O'Keefe actually went and found one of those guys, somebody in the intelligence community who was on the civilian side of the house. And I haven't watched that video yet, mostly because it would make my blood boil. Would it make my blood boil?
Yes. Yes, it would. The guy is totally blatant about it. Yeah. We're talking about options. We know what that is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a trigger
military officers.
You say options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about something kinetic.
Correct.
The officers we were just talking about, the dirtbags, etc., the Milley types and everybody close to him would have been involved in something like this. 110%. Undercover video reveals CIA top brass involved in deep state plot against Trump. CIA project manager Amjad Fissis. You have a name that nobody can pronounce. You don't belong as a CIA project. How are we hiring foreign nationals for our top intelligence?
I don't know. That's a problem.
Me not getting you a YouTube strike right now, biting my tongue.
Yes.
Has been caught in an undercover video admitting that the highest levels of the CIA, including the director, are plotting against Trump in a long-running campaign to destroy his personal life and political career. Sissy, who reportedly works in cyber operations for CIA, was previously an NSA contractor trusted with top secret information. That's a stupid thing to say. If you're CIA and NSA, you've got a top secret clearance.
Yeah.
Also confessed that multiple federal intelligence agencies withheld information from Donald Trump when he was president. We know that's true.
Those guys all need to burn. Yeah. All of them.
He also charged the agencies used FISA to spy on Trump. He's an absolute idiot. He's a moron. He has no idea. He says of Trump in the video. According to the report, the footage supports earlier reports by investigative journalists that the American intelligence community ran an illegal spy operation against Trump's 2016 campaign, which led to FBI's Crossfire Hurricane probe and Mueller's investigation into Russian collusion. That ended because investigators found no evidence. The report said he could face legal consequences for violating internal agency provisions. He should be fired right now. If he's not, he should be fired right now.
Yeah.
And here's the video.
Like, all of the people that were involved in the 2016 spying on Trump in his campaign,
yeah,
if they're retired now, I would pull them back and I would pull their retirement.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to set an example. You need to crush these sons of bitches.
Yeah, it's enough of this. We're tolerating so much open treason, and I just don't understand how that's going on. In the Biden administration, I got it. I think in the first Trump administration, we saw a lot of this. He was so cloistered. He was so shut off by his own staff from the outside world that I don't think he ever really knew what was going on.
Yep.
I think this time feels different. We're about to find out.
Well, I can tell you this right now. I know probably a couple of dozen really good lieutenant colonels that would make awesome full bird colonels and brigadier generals. And because I'm going to just be honest, what they have in place now on the intel side and on the military side, they need to go.
You're not talking about Colonel Murray's bunch of yahoos, are you?
No.
Oh, okay, because those guys are all like fat and retired.
No.
I know some of them are
still in the service.
Okay, yeah. I know some of Murray's guys are listening right now, so I'm taking.
Well, I know one of them is
haunt them a little bit.
He retired, Lieutenant Colonel Zarumba. I've had him on the show, and
yeah, I know him. Well,
he was my CO for a while. Great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Loves the troops. His heart was in the right place, but he got ran out because of the vax bullshit. And I would love to see him get reinstated, promoted to full bird, and then one day become a general because he deserves it. And another former commander of mine, Lieutenant Colonel Donahue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would move heaven and earth for that guy. I literally got him out of $120,000 statement of charges.
Wow.
Yeah, he was getting screwed over hard by Dina.
Wow. Here, sign this. Oh God, yeah, I remember a bunch of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was years ago.
Remember, I'd come out and pull my hair out, motherfucking content.
Yeah. Oh my God, some of the rants that Pop would go on about that female Dina. Holy cow, that was crazy.
Say her full name. I just call her Dina.
That's fine. I actually served under now Senator Mastriano when he was a captain. He never got above the rank of colonel. I will say this right now about Doug Mastriano. That guy has more integrity in his little finger than most people have in their entire body.
And listen,
he was a solid officer.
If they want to rebuild the institutions we have in a short amount of time, more than likely you're going to have to go back and bring in some of that expertise. And
when we rebuild the military, we're going to have to dig up a bunch of the old guys because the guys that are in there now don't know what they're doing.
Yep.
They don't know what they're doing, like the infantry school or our intelligence schools, the stuff that we went through, or any of the harder schools. We're going to have to go dig up some old fucking fossils who know what they're doing and put everything back the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be doing a comedy lecture called God, Grumpy Old Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grumpy old dude. I like that. I like that. We could do a couple of skits where like we go back as NCO advisors and set shit straight. That'd be pretty funny. But yeah, Doug Mastriano is a hell of a stand-up guy. I still send him Christmas cards. Geez, oh Pete, this is another article on the O'Keefe thing. Let's see if this one has any additional information here. Brian Lupo, the Gateway pundit, highlighted Menina's assertion that he was affiliated with the top consulting firm identified by the Pentagon as Booz Allen Hamilton. Booz does a lot of stuff. Booz does a lot. I ran into those guys a lot. A major player in the realm of the United States government contracting. Booz, Manpower, Khaki, Northrop Grumman, D3, and
Root.
Yep. And what was the other big one in the Intel thing? There's a company called Camber and a couple of others. But yeah, the military industrial complex is big money. Booz was ranked as the sixth largest government contractor. However, this is not Menina's first brush with notoriety. Back in November 2021, footage from Predator DC allegedly captured Jamie at a residence where he believed he would meet a minor for illicit activities. Oh, good. James O'Keefe says, this man is a spy hunter in the Pentagon, and I'm sitting next to him in disguise, filming B-roll of him stating, this is sensitive information, keep it between us. The thing with the leftists is that they have such egos that they're no good at all about keeping secrets or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, I know I still have guys who are in the know, and not one time have I ever asked them to violate OBSEC.
Yeah.
I'll just say, do you have any idea? They'd be like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a article I can read? And I'll
send you to some Ozint. Exactly.
Yeah.
All of the shit I talk about, for example, is 25 years old. It's what we called frangible intelligence. It's no longer of any use to anybody. So it's in the declassified state. But there's other stuff that you and I both know that, I mean, things that you did and things that I did as well that are, neither of us is ever going to talk about them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really talk directly. I talk around some of the stuff I signed NDAs for. Some of those are like, 30 years? 30-year NDAs.
I have 2 70-year NDAs.
Wow. You were really in the deep shit.
I was proximal to the deep shit. There was deeper shit in the area, but I was proximal to some pretty seriously deep shit.
I just can't wait to see all of the rage bait and the crying and the attempted smears they're going to do. I just can't wait. So I have no idea how mainstream media is still in business, because they're not really getting eyeballs anymore.
They're really not. There's the social media has completely taken over the news stuff. This one, though, took a humorous turn during the sting operation, with James O'Keefe strategically positioned inside a cafe merely 20 feet from Menina, eavesdropping via headphones. This setup mirrored a covert surveillance van as operatives within the cafe diligently captured the exchange. Menina identifying himself as a spy hunter. So you see there's 2 people here. There's 2 of these incidents. Identifying himself as a spy hunter, ironically queried the undercover journalist if she was a spy on a mission to extract sensitive information. You have no permission to use this, Menina insisted. Yeah, this guy is not one of the dumpster divers, which is what we call the counter intel guys. They did. That's one of the biggest sources of intelligence, is going through people's garbage, because they get stupid and they just throw stuff away. And you go in there and you find all sorts of records and names and phone numbers and addresses and all of that shit. If you ever really want to know somebody, go tear their garbage up.
100%.
Yep. Menina insisted later, though Keefe later hurling profanities and denying any former confessions were caught on tape. So, yeah, they got this guy pretty much dead nuts on. And like I said, leftists can't help but talk about this stuff. They love to talk about this. This is indicative of what Trump is facing right now. This applies to all of the stuff we're talking about, because there are dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of these little shitbirds who are basically traitors. They're so ideologically... You think it's thousands?
Thousands. It's a huge problem.
It is a huge problem. I'd go with hundreds still, though.
Okay.
It's not that big of a community. If he's got access to TS level stuff and caveat, then that's not that big of a community. There are only 250 of my MOS in the entire military at any one time because it took 2 years to make one of us. But the point being, that community is so riddled with traitors and ideologues and straight up Bolsheviks. That
there, I said it. Bolsheviks. Bolsheviks. Now drink.
Jimmy, it's so nice to have you on during the show.
Hell yeah.
Jimmy knows where all the buttons are.
That Billy Von Baum actually sent me a DM. Since you guys are going on story mode here, we got to play this one.
Hey, give me my beer. I got a story to tell.
Incredibly long, unrelated story mode activated.
That is awesome. Everyone gets fucked with, baby. Everyone in the regiment gets fucked with.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.